Hey, welcome to a fresh new episode of the TD News Show and happy Monday to everybody. How you guys are doing? Hope you had a great weekend. Now, let's start this weekend with some tech news. Shall we? Let's start the show with Nvidia because they are not telling you the full story about their RTX 3060. They are switching silicons. Oh my god, how could they? Well, I'm just being a little dramatic. It's not that big of a deal because hey, silicon manufacturing process is a hard job and not every single time all the product comes out good, but that's not a bad thing. Okay, those bad silicons or those silicons which are not up to the mark can be used on its lower end products, and it's neither the first time that any brand is doing or nor it's gonna be the last. So basically, Nvidia is switching their RTX 3060s a silicon from a GA106 to GA104 die, and the GA104 die was originally meant for RTX 3060 Ti, 3070 and 3070 Ti. That's not the only thing Nvidia is on the news for, but also there's another thing, and that is they are launching a new feature or type of graphics settings with Elder Scrolls Online, and that is DLAA, which stands for Deep Learning Anti-Aliasing. Now, it is not DLSS. It is different from DLSS, but the core of it is DLSS. So why I'm being oxymoronic? Well, let me explain. As we all know, DLSS is a way of upscaling a lower resolution picture to a higher resolution picture, and DLSS 2.0 for some games and in some areas proven to be really great. But Elder Scrolls Online is already a pretty old game and it doesn't demand much to run on. If you have a decent enough GPU, you can run it 4K at 120 FPS easy. So DLAA is simply devs are using the powerful AI anti-aliasing technology without the upscaling feature of DLSS, and I think we won't see this feature on big AAA titles, but we could see indie games or AA titles or low budget games or even like old games at this case are gonna be a good case scenario for DLAA. Now let's talk about Microsoft, because I think they confused or I'm not sure what they are trying to do with Xbox, because it is a console, but to be honest, it's a glorified PC. And now with the new update that Microsoft rolled out, Microsoft changed Xbox's default browser to the new Chromium based Edge with full keyboard and mouse support, and that makes Xbox 70% there to being a PC. To be honest, it looks like a PC, it performs great. Now you have full keyboard and mouse support, and you have a good browser, because give as much hate as you want to Microsoft Edge, but the new Chromium version is really good. And also they improved other things about Xbox with this update, and if you want to know more about them, I have linked down the story or the blog post put in by Microsoft. So if you want to know more, check that out in the description. Now, let's talk about Nvidia again, because they are back in the news again, this time for their rumored spec of their upcoming super lineup, which is set to hit the market next year. And as per the rumors, the 3090 Super will come with 10,752 CUDA cores with 24GB of GDDR6X memory, the 3080 Super with 8,960 CUDA cores and 12GB of GDDR6X memory, the 3070 Super would have 5,880 CUDA cores with 8GB of GDDR6X memory, and lastly the 3060 Super with 5,632 CUDA cores and 12GB of GDDR6 memory. We don't know the price and we don't know the exact date when these GPUs gonna hit the market, but this is a new generation of the RTX series or RTX 3000 lineup. If I have to put specifically what kind of GPUs these are, well, like iPhone's S lineup, we used to have like iPhone 6, then iPhone 6X, which is not a huge improvement but an incremental improvement, and the 30 Super lineup is going to be that incremental lineup. But we talked a lot about Nvidia today. Now let's balance it out with Intel, and as we all know, Intel's upcoming discrete GPUs are right around the corner, and we know a lot about them, their specs and all that thing, but we don't know what kind of naming scheme that Intel's gonna go for. Nvidia has its GTX and RTX, AMD has its RX, then the TI, the X, XT, Super, all these things which leads to confusion, and Intel is trying to simplify everything by naming their GPUs Arc A, then the numerical number depending on the range of that particular GPU or that particular product. And if any of you are wondering what the A stands for, well, it stands for Alchemist, which is the name of their GPU architecture. And talking about Intel, tomorrow I'm gonna upload a video about the upcoming 12th generation CPU, or what we know about them, all the rumors, rounding up everything in one video. So, subscribe, like the video if you want to watch that. But now I'm going to talk about some quick news, because this is the time for the quick news. So let's talk about some quick news. iPhone 14 reportedly will be coming with a complete redesign. Apple Watch Series 7 supports 60.5 GHz wireless data transfer. Google isn't slowly relying on software processing for Pixel 6's camera, according to the leaks. AU Optronics announces 85-inch 4K panel with 240 Hz refresh rate. Intel accused of infringing FinFET patent by Chinese Academy of Science. EU proposes law to generalize charging cable, and that could give us a new portless iPhone. Tesla will give you access to full self-driving beta if you pass their driving test. Also, Elon Musk says that Starlink internet service leaving beta in October. That was all the techie stuff for today, and if you want to know more about any of the stories that I've talked about in this episode, well, all the links will be linked down in the description, so go ahead and check them out. Now let's talk about some of the stuff I like, starting with Pratt is going to lead as Mario in the upcoming Super Mario Super Bros movie. And like the last Mario Bros or Super Bros, whatever the movie that was, it was so bad. Like, I'm sure not a lot of people watched it. I have seen some of its clips, and it's so terribly bad that talking about it, like, it's pretty bad. Okay, it's pretty bad. And I don't know the new Mario movie, how it's going to be. Although the cast, it's looking pretty good. It has Jack Black and all the amazing people. And also, Pratt proved that he can make, like, his voice can be great for animated movies. Like, for an example, the Lego movie, he totally, like, made, like, he was the star of that movie. He was the rising, shining star of a Lego movie. So who knows? Pratt could be the beginning of Nintendo Cinematic Universe. Now, talking about movies and games and combining it together, there's a new trailer out for the Injustice movie, DC's animated Injustice movie, and it is based on the Injustice game. Now, if you haven't played that game, I would suggest you don't play it. Not because the game isn't that good. The game is phenomenal. With, like, it has one of the darkest storyline, not only as a game but also as a comic, or in all DC comic, animated games, or whatever you want to say. It is one of the darkest story of DC. So I would suggest you first watch the movie. It's coming pretty soon. Then play this game, because the game is gonna have way more story, and there's a lot of characters. I think mostly every single DC character is in this game, and I'm not sure that every single DC character is gonna be on the movie, because I don't think it's going to be a 2 hours movie. It's an animated movie, so possibly hour 15 or hour 30, max to max hour 45. It's not going to go over that, and I'm know about that. I haven't checked the run time yet, or they haven't. I don't think they haven't said how long the run time going to be, but I'm sure it's not going to be more than that. But I think the movie is going to be good, because DC's animated movies always been good. I have faith on that. Now let's talk about the last bit of news for today, and that is Demon Slayer Season 2 is set to hit Netflix on December 5th. Now, the first season was a great hit. The movie was also amazing. I haven't watched any of those, but one of my friends told me that it was good, and I believe her that she liked it. That means that's gonna be good. So I'm gonna watch Demon Slayer. Let me know that if you guys watched Demon Slayer right now. I'm currently right now watching the 7 Deadly Sins. It's an amazing show. If you haven't watched it, give it a try. But you don't have to give any more try for this episode, because this episode is ending. Yes, this is the end of this video. So if you liked it, hit the like button. If you haven't, leave it a dislike. Feel free to do it. It's okay. It doesn't even hurt anymore, right? Like, you guys, like, even if I say it hurts, you guys dislike it. So I'm used to it. Give it a dislike, okay? Do it. And if you want to watch more videos from us, check out this video right here. And if you want to subscribe, which I appreciate if you do that, well, do it by here. And this is Akash. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.